You're sitting at home with your loved one. All is well and life is smooth. Maybe you are on a clean track to getting your degree and you're taking the night off to relax with your partner. You've been with her for over a year and you truly believe she's an amazing human being. You laugh and have fun all of the time. Your heart pounds for her, waking up every morning to the same gaze. The eyes of someone who possesses unending beauty. You know life is not perfect, but with her, nothing could be better. That night, she pampers you with compliments. She was always so good at this. The light of your life, bringing nothing but shine to your soul. She loves you, and she always makes sure you know it. She goes on and on about everything she loves about you. Once she wraps it up, and you feel warmed up from her glow. She asks you if she can borrow some money. She's going out with friends tomorrow, and she's been too busy to work. Without hesitation, you agree. Life has been great, you can afford it no problem, and, above all else, she deserves it. However, later on, once she leaves, you begin to think back. Thoughts flood your head, at first just scratching at the back of your brain, then slowly creeping up toward the front door. The light is now being covered with clouds. She always asks for stuff from you, but she isn't willing to give back. No, that can't be it. She's told you before that sometimes you remember things incorrectly, and that she will make everything up to you once she can. But when will that day come? Will it ever? You're confused. She makes you so happy and warm, but you have no contact with your friends anymore. She claims you don't hang out enough. It's her fault. No, it's not. She is your light. You're spiraling, you have nothing to cling on to. Now, at this moment, you're going mad. She's so amazing, but something feels off. This relationship feels off. You're selfish. How could you be asking for more? But where did all your friends go? Where did your sense of self go? Where does she go when she's not with you? Where does her mind go when she is with you? Where did the light go? Sometimes, you suddenly wake up and realize you're surrounded by darkness when you were once spoiled with light. The people closest to you may be the ones that are giving and taking the light. They may be charming, and the things you begin to realize can be so subtle, you just write them off. We may all know someone who seems like they make life better, but in actuality, they exist to make life better for them, and them alone. They are masters of control, especially in the mental realm, and their mastery of this will lead them to have all the strings, without you knowing you're even attached. Dark psychology is the science of negative human behavior and interaction. While psychology encompasses all things involving the mind and its workings, dark psychology is the focus on how these mechanisms can be understood and used in order to manipulate, control, and guide others. Do keep in mind that the use of dark psychology can be intentional or accidental. Manipulation can occur whether there is intent or not. However, those with intent present are calculated, dangerous, and stealthy in their approach. Those found in the deepest pits of psychology are thought to have three core parts of their personality: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. This has been titled the Dark Triad, and it represents those who have mastery of control through psychological understanding. To truly understand this, let us take a deep dive into the abyss of human personality and thought. Narcissism is derived from the famous Greek myth of Narcissus, a hunter who stumbled upon his own reflection in a pond. Enamored with the image of himself, Narcissus stared at his reflection until he eventually fell into the water, drowning himself. This story captures the basic fundamentals of a narcissist. Narcissism is recognized as one who believes they are unique and deserving of more than others, often showing less regard for others and always looking for special treatment. Narcissism is often recognized as a spectrum, with people showing a certain level of narcissism. At its greatest depth, narcissists reflect narcissus in the idea that their grandiose, exquisite selves go above everything else, even maybe above their own lives. And if someone is willing to believe that, what might they think you're worth, if anything at all? It is more important to be feared than to be loved. Niccolo Machiavelli said this, and it is a quote that many must have heard before, no matter how much you believe in its wisdom. Machiavelli was a philosopher and political associate, often most recognized for his book, The Prince. In this, he wrote about how, in the landscape of politics, that deception and wickedness takes precedence over morality. This understanding paves the way for the understanding of Machiavellianism. It is the strategy and action behind achieving a goal devoid of emotion or virtue. One who has this trait is goal-oriented to the most extreme extent. Their personal success is more important than anybody else, leading them to take any action necessary in order to achieve it. It differs from narcissism in the sense that the narcissist wants to be the lead actor on stage, while the Machiavellianist will want to be the director at any cost. When exposed to an individual like this, be aware that you are merely an obstacle to them, an anthill ready to be squashed if it means their goals are satisfied. Robert Hare found there to be 20 traits that are indicators for someone who is psychopathic. Being the most well-known, yet most misunderstood of the three angles of the Dark Triad, due to culture surrounding the issue, psychopathy is often characterized with a heightened impulsiveness, but lacking in empathy, responsibility, and accountability. A psychopath is not necessarily always a murderer or highly dangerous, even though there are connections present. Psychopathy is someone who disregards the rules of everyone else in order to follow their own rules exclusively. This disregard can lead to dangerous, morally void, and terrible decisions. However, psychopaths are not always easy to spot. They are not the crazy people you see in a movie or show. Rather, they can be normal or charming. Psychopathy can be present without anyone ever knowing. As the final point of the triad, psychopathy represents the importance of one's own desires over others, further fueling the lack of empathy present. Once the triad is fully understood, it is easy to see what someone who is a master of dark psychology is truly capable of. When someone prioritizes themselves, their goals, and their desires over everyone else, it is truly a recipe for the exact person you do not want to be with. Unfortunately, these people are masters of subtlety. Whether it be their cunning or their emphasis on logic, these people are experts in the art of manipulation and deception. It is important to understand that sometimes the brightest of light might be present, but not to shine, but to blind those to the truth hidden amidst the darkness. Hello everybody, thank you for watching the video. I tried to make this one have a bit of a darker tone because it is a darker subject, and I hope it paid off well. I'm really proud of this video, and it is my longest one to date. I have a lot of cool ideas in the future, and it would be great if you could give me some feedback. So any comments, likes, even dislikes are welcome. I will enjoy reading your feedback and anything you have to offer me. Thank you very much. I will be making more videos soon, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.